Hi, welcome to my Saturday, the 12th of April, 2025. Okay, this will be my first in bed vlog that I've done standing up in a while. I've done a couple the old-fashioned way, so I decided today to do this one, sitting down, as it were. Anyway, uh, I watched the G20 movie that came on Prime Video. I'm gonna do a review of that. That's the one with Viola Davis and Ramon Rodriguez, the guy that plays Will Trent on the show that I really watch. I really like. And what's his name? God, the Australian actor who plays Homelander. He was in it too. He played the bad guy. I can't remember. Anthony Starr. That's his name. Couldn't remember his name for a minute. But anyway, I watched it last night, so I'm going to do a review of that movie. Okay, and I do want to watch Novocaine, the Jack what's his name? Jack Quaid movie, Novocaine, and also the one he did with the robot, which I can't remember the name of that right now. And I also want to watch the movie with the guy from iRobot, from Mr. Robot. I can't remember his name. That won the Oscar for playing Freddie Mercury. I can't remember his name, but that came out yesterday as well. So I want to watch that as well. So there's a couple of movies I want to watch. I got to get caught up on these, but I haven't watched a movie in a while. Besides last night watching that, the G12. I think the last movie I watched was the all the way through. I think was the Captain America movie. I think that was the last movie. But anyway, uh, the Amateur. I think is right. That's what it's called, the Amateur. Yeah, I think that's the name of the movie. But anyway, um, and the movie that's coming out on Friday, Sinners. I definitely want to go see that because I'm not sure, because I was thinking that maybe that they would release a trailer for, because that's Superman Day, and that's the day that that movie comes out, and that's a Michael B. Jordan movie comes out, and that's a Warner Brothers movie, and it's Superman Day, so it kind of would make sense. But then I haven't heard anything about it. I was just assuming, I guess so, but I haven't heard anything about them dropping that trailer. Then, although I think James Gunn did talk about it when he released the sneak peek of Superman. I think he did talk about he's working on the trailer, working on the trailer, but I don't know if he will release it on Superman Day. I hope he would, okay, because it kind of would make sense because it's Superman Day, it's a Warner Brothers movie, and so it kind of would make sense. But I don't know if that's what he's going to do. But I'm hoping that he does because I definitely want to see a trailer. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Sinners too because that looks really good. Anyway, so after I record this video, I'll do my review of G20, and then, like I said, I'm going to try to watch the Novocaine movie. If not tonight, I might have to try to watch it in the morning when I wake up. Like I said, it's the weekend, so I like to stay in bed, sleep in a little bit. And last night I kind of went to sleep. I think I fell asleep in my chair, and as I usually do, and then I kind of went to sleep like after 3. So I'm gonna see if I can tonight. I'm gonna see if I can get this video and the other video up uh, before midnight tonight, so I can try to go to sleep. I'm gonna try to see if I can go to sleep at like 1 o'clock or something, so I can wake up maybe around 7 or 8 o'clock, and then maybe watch Novocaine in the morning, and then maybe later I can watch the Amateur movie when I'm ironing my clothes and stuff. But I'll um, I'll, I'll I'll discuss that anyway. And like I said, I still want to. I gotta do a couple of tests on because I still want to go back to doing live streams this year. So I want to try to do one for this channel and for my other channel, Public Views and Opinions, which I think I want to try to do that one on a Friday, and then this live stream like on a Saturday night for my for this channel. Okay, so I gotta practice to make sure I have all the settings and everything hooked up the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so what else? I think. Oh yeah. I also I think want to do a video about the Lois and not Lois and Clark. Actually, but I think I'm gonna hold off because if they release the second trailer for the official trailer for the Superman movie, then it will make sense to do my video because I've learned when they were at CinemaCon they did talk about the Lois and in this movie Lois and Clark's relationship in this movie. They kind of released kind of a spoiler about it, and so that's why I want to kind of wait till that trailer because that trailer I think will have some more we'll get actual dialogue between the characters in this, because in this official trailer. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. So because I was going to try to make a video about their relationship, but I don't think I'll wait until I see actually the trailer, the official trailer, which again should have more of the dialogue between Clark and Lois, and it would make sense, what we learned about CinemaCon during CinemaCon about their relationship, which Rachel Brosnahan had talked about. Excuse me, and she's in The Amateur as well. Anyway, I think, oh yeah, I also found out that today from my sister that my brother, who was in a rehab place, he's going home on Friday, which again I don't think is a good idea because he's he lives like I think it's on the fourth floor or something like that, and it's in this building, and the wheelchair access is not that great. And my brother basically is going to be in a wheelchair and with a walker, supposedly with a walker. He told my sister he's going to be using a walker, but so, and his counselor was trying to find him a place which is like it's on like the ground floor, like maybe the first floor, and it has wheelchair access. But my brother is hard-headed. He's stubborn, and he's hard-headed, and he doesn't want to listen, and he wants to go home. And so he's going to do that. He's kind of made up his mind to do that. And my sister is kind of washed her hands of it, and I don't blame her because my brother's stubborn, and he doesn't want to listen. So he's going to have to, and I don't know what he's thinking, because if he thinks that we're going to rush over to him and do him favors left and right, he's got another thing coming. Me and my sister, we work, and we have, we got our own lives, and I'm not going to be running over to my brother's house to run errands and stuff for him because he's in a wheelchair. He's going to have, if he would just simply wait, but he doesn't want to wait. Like I said, he's stubborn. He doesn't want to wait until the council finds him a place, do a little bit more rehab, and wait till the council finds you a different apartment, which is like on the ground level and has wheelchair access, so that way you're not so dependent on other people, because they have to clean out, basically his apartment, the way it is set up, he has to clean out take away a lot of the stuff that is in his apartment. And I know my sister was telling me today he's going to buy like 2 TVs and stuff to put in the living room, and I think maybe one in his bedroom and stuff. And again, like I said, I think my brother lives on like the 4th floor, and that elevator, that his building is not a project, but those elevators, I rode in those elevators with him that he has in that apartment building, and those elevators are small, like those project elevators, not that big, not that great. So again, like I said, he's due to go home on Friday. So unless he's going to get some of his friends, he has a bunch of friends, from his fellowship. Maybe he's going to get a couple of them to help him with stuff. But I'm telling you, I don't know how he's gonna do it. Because, like I said, I'm gonna be honest with him. I'm gonna tell him, listen, don't be depending on us to go over there running after you. Okay? You should stay in the rehab place and let the lady find you an apartment that's on the ground level, on the first floor, and it has wheelchair access, so that way you don't have to be struggling to go downstairs. And nobody's gonna be running over there left and right to do things for you. You're a grown man. Like I said, my brother, he's the oldest of all of us, but like I said, he's stubborn and he's hard-headed. So I guess we'll see how it turns out. But like I said, he's stubborn and hard-headed, so that's how it's going to be. And also, my sister, my older sister, her her husband or ex-husband, who she lives with and she takes care of. My sister, like I said, my sister is like a saint, because she takes care. And she, when my brother was locked up, my brother who passed on, me and her would go at least, I think, 2 times a month, maybe 1 time. I forget how much it was. We used to go to visit my brother, and you had to, go all the way up, halfway up to me. It just takes like 2 hours and a half to get up there to see him. We would drive up there on Saturday and go up and visit him, and buy him stuff in the machine and stuff, and visit him and stuff. And it was just me and my sister doing that for all those years that my brother was locked up, and we would do that. And I remember even one day when it was snowing, and I remember that, and we left, and it just got to be the conditions of the road were just so horrific that we had to turn around and come back because it was just the snow was just starting to come down, and we'd have probably been stuck out there. We didn't want to get stuck out there all the way upstate there, so we just, she just kind of reversed it and came back. And then also when my sister had her operation, and she wasn't really supposed to be, she's supposed to be resting, but she still got in her car and took her chair, her chair, so that she had a special chair that she can sit in because she had the back surgery and all that stuff. But she would do that because she felt like she had to go visit him and stuff and take care of him. And that's why I said my sister's a saint for doing all that stuff, because a lot of people would not do that. But she's taking care of her ex-husband. He has Alzheimer's. He has Alzheimer's pretty bad, and she's she's living with him in an apartment, or and sometimes he wants he wants to get out, but he, like I said, he's severe Alzheimer, and but sometimes he wants to get up, and she has to basically watch over him, and sometimes he wants to leave. Like if she goes someplace, she has to try to tell him not to go out, but he wants to go out. And apparently he is one of the times, I guess, that she went out, he went out, and now he's in the hospital. And my brother sent me a picture of, I guess, that my sister took, and he looked like he got, basically like he got beat up. I don't know if he fell down or if somebody tried to rob him or whatever it is, but he looks horrific shape, like he got the crap beat out of him, or he fell. I don't know what happened to him exactly, but he looks horrible. And the thing is, he should should definitely be in one of those facilities that take care of people that have Alzheimer's and stuff. One of those 24/7 places, that take care of him. That, I think, that is the best thing for him. I think my sister is getting overwhelmed with trying to take care of him. He needs to be in that place, one of those places to she has power of attorney and stuff over him and stuff, but he has two sons, and I think she should just find the best hospice care for him and leave him in there, put him in that place and let them take care of him, because he has Alzheimer's. It's not going to get better. Okay, he's taking medication and stuff, and his Alzheimer's is not going to get better. Okay, there's no cure for Alzheimer's. He's going to get worse and worse. And the fact is that he tries to get out. Basically, she has to basically be trapped in there with him because he doesn't want to. Every once in a while he feels the need he wants to get out, and I don't know where he wants to do, but he wants to get out and get on the train and go wherever he wants to go. And he's going to want pretty soon, if my sister doesn't put him in a home or somewhere, I think, unfortunately, I think he may, unfortunately, like I said, somebody might try to take advantage of him because they see that he's, he's shaking and all that stuff and think he got money, and it's an easy mark, we can jump him. Or he may get pushed, or he may fall down. And it's a horrible situation and stuff. And I hope my sister come to the point where she realizes that she has to put him in a place where they can give him the care that he needs and let him live the rest of his life comfortable as he can. Because again, like I said, his situation is not going to get better. He has a severe case of Alzheimer's, and he's not going to get better. Okay, he's shaking right now, and he's never going to get better. Okay, the most they can do is just you have people there to make sure that they feed him. Make sure they exercise, make sure he takes his medication, and let him live the rest of his life as comfortably as possible as he can. I think that's the only thing you can do. And I hope one day my sister comes to that realization and stop trying to. You can't save everyone, and hopefully she comes to that realization. Okay, because it's not going to get better. And I see the stress that it puts on my sister when I see the times that I see her. So I guess that's all we can do about that. So again, like I said, after I finish recording this, I'm going to record my review of G20. I think that was the name of the movie on Prime Video. And I think Novocaine, I'm going to try to see if I can, and then I'm going to, edit these two videos, and then I'm going to try to put the try to watch Novocaine, the Jack Quaid movie. I'll just see if I can watch that tomorrow in the morning. And maybe I was trying to see the amateur movie, if I could watch it. Or maybe I can watch the other Jack Quaid movie, Companion. I think that's it, Companion. I think that was the other Jack Quaid movie. Maybe when I'm ironing my clothes for work. And then maybe later I can, because definitely next week I'm going to the movies to see Sinners. Maybe I could see amateur then. Maybe I could see both of them. Maybe I could do that. That'd be nice. See amateur, then go see Sinners. But I definitely want to see the Jack Quaid movie, again, Novocaine, because I just saw the trailer for it yesterday, and it really just made me laugh. He's like a guy that can not feel any pain, no matter how much he gets stabbed and all that stuff. He doesn't feel pain, so I guess that's why they call it Novocaine. And then the other movie is Companion, which I think came out in January, I think, and that looks like more of a dark comedy thing. And I like Jack Quaid, so maybe I can see that during tomorrow when I'm ironing my clothes. I can watch that. Okay. Okay. So anyway, and like I said, I'm going to try to again during the course of the week. I can do the test about the streaming and stuff and see if I can set that up and finally get that going. Anyway, in the description box, okay, I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. Also, a link to my other channel, Paul Views and Opinions. If you check that out as well. Also, I have a link down below to my Patreon. Again, Patreon $5 a month. Over 200 videos on there. I still have the Patreon open for the moment, and you get 5 different categories. You get 5-minute preview clips of all the content that I have in there. So follow the link; it'll take you to the Patreon page. Also, have a link down below to my merchandise store. As you can see, I'm wearing one of my baseball shirt with my logo on it. Okay, and thank YouTuber Jay for designing this for me. And I also have the design with the spherical circles on it. So I have T-shirts I sell T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, water bottles, teddy bears, hats for men, for women, unisex. Follow the link; it will take you to the store. Okay. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trepacer saying so long, and take care.